Hi everyone, welcome back to English Gurukul. Today we are going to learn very important lesson from grammar. So let's begin. So my friend, please write along with me. Write down subject. Write down subject. What is known as subject? How can you find out subject in a sentence? I have seen some of the students, they are getting a lot of problem to find out the subject in a sentence. They could not identify easily. So because of this reason, I am just making these videos for all of you. So please give a heading subject. So before writing the definition of subject, first of all we need to understand that how can you define subject in a sentence. Let's write some example over here. Write Ram. Let's very simple sentence should be written. Ram eats rice. Let's say Ram eats rice. Okay, I have written a sentence over here. All of you have seen that. Yeah, Ram eats rice. So if I ask you that how can you find out subject in this sentence, so you can easily find out. Right now, if I ask you in this sentence, who is subject over here? So you can tell very easily. Yes, Ram is subject over here. Ram is the subject of this sentence. And subject always you should remember, subject always be either noun or pronoun. Always you should remember that subject always be either noun or pronoun. Okay, except noun or pronoun, nothing will become the subject of a sentence. So you should have some idea regarding this matter, that only noun or pronoun can become the subject of a sentence. Right now what I have written over here, Ram eats rice. Okay, in this sentence all of you have seen that Ram is subject over here. Yes or no? Now in this sentence, who eats rice? Ram eats rice. So using WH question word, also there are various ways to find out subject in a sentence. Let me write using WH question word like who and what. Using WH question word who and what, you can easily find out the subject of a sentence. Now let's ask this question to this verb, who eats rice? Who eats rice? We got the answer, Ram eats rice. So in this sentence, Ram is subject. What? Ram is subject of this sentence. Got my point? Now you ask this question using WH question word who. Who eats rice? You got the answer, Ram. So Ram is subject over here in this sentence. Got my point? I think all of you understood. Also subject can become also pronoun. Subject can be also pronoun. If I write he eats rice or he plays cricket. He plays cricket. Another sentence has been written that he plays cricket. Now you see, I have used he, that means pronoun. What is pronoun? Pronoun can be used in place of a noun. To avoid the repetition of a noun, we use pronoun. Yes or no? He plays cricket. Here he is pronoun. Now also using these WH question word, you can easily find out the subject of this sentence. Who plays cricket? Yeah, he plays cricket. So here he is subject of this sentence. Here he is subject of this sentence. And how did you find out? Using WH question word who. Got my point? So it is the subject of this sentence. If I write another sentence using WH question word what, you can easily find out, like honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. I have written another sentence. Now here also how can we find out the subject? Yes, ask the question, what is the best policy? What is the best policy? So you got the answer, honesty is the best policy. What is the best policy? Honesty. And honesty is noun. Honesty is noun. Ram is noun. He is pronoun over here. So I can define now, right now, here we are talking about honesty. What is the best policy? Yes, honesty is the best policy. Here we are talking about he. Here we are talking about Ram. Yes or no? Here we are talking about Ram. So what you are talking about in a sentence is called the subject of this sentence. Or either you can define like this, that the subject of a sentence is the person, place, an idea, okay, that perform an action or is being described is known as the subject of the sentence. Here you can see Ram eats rice. Who does this? Who does an action in this sentence? Or I can say who is doing the action? Yes, who does this action? Ram. Ram eats rice. Who does this action in this sentence? Yes, Ram. So that is the reason we can call Ram act as a subject of this sentence. He plays cricket. Here also you can see that who does this action? Who is playing cricket? Who does this action? He. So that's the reason we can call it the subject of this sentence. Now it is very easy to find out the subject, yes or no? Most of the people are really they feel good to find out the subject very easily when the subject is given a single word. But when a group of words have been given to you, you feel stuck. You cannot find out exactly what would be the noun of this group of words. Let me tell you something more important things is that, my friend, this subject can be either noun or pronoun. Always you should remember, noun always become the subject of a sentence. Okay, subject or object of the sentence. Whenever I discuss about the object, then I can discuss very deeply. I will go all in about this subject. But right now I am talking about the subject. So try to understand, noun always become or noun always be either noun word or noun phrase. Noun can be used as a subject or as an object of a sentence. And noun can be a word, noun can be a phrase, or noun can be a clause. Whenever we use noun as a subject and object, we can use it as a word, phrase, or clauses. Okay, let me write some example. You see, already I have written Ram eats rice. So how did you understand that whether Ram is subject or not? Using WH question word who. And honesty is the best policy. We can easily find out what would be the subject of this sentence. Now let me clarify, let me tell you the phrases. And most of the students are getting confused, getting perplexed in this part. They could not able to understand about it, that what would be the subject of this sentence. Let me write, my younger brother plays cricket. Okay, my younger brother plays cricket. Now I would like to make you understand this thing. What I have written over here, my friend, my younger brother plays cricket. Okay, here you can see I have written my younger brother plays cricket. Now you see that from my to brother, it's a group of words. Group of words. Now what is the definition of phrase? Phrase means a group of words which do not have any subject or verb. Phrase means what? Phrase means no subject, no verb. That means phrase is a group of words which do not have subject and verb. So here you can see my younger brother plays cricket. Place is the member of this sentence and the cricket will be the object of this sentence. But how can you determine that my younger brother, my is word, younger is also a word, brother is also a word? Yes or no? But how can you define that where is noun located in this part, my younger brother? Always you should consider the end, that means the last word. What is written over here? Brother. Brother should be the noun of this group of words, and the younger will become the adjective and my will become the determiner. Or you can say also adjective, because determiner is part of an adjective. So what I want to say, my friend, my younger brother is a phrase. It's a, first of all, it's a phrase. And if you want to define it, what kind of phrase it is, because phrase also has been categorized in different way: noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, prepositional phrase. So it will become the noun phrase of a sentence. What? Noun phrase of a sentence. And why we call it the noun phrase of a sentence? Because the last word, the head word of this group of words, the head word is noun. And because the head word is noun, the last word is noun, because of this reason we can call it the noun phrase. And you see, in this noun phrase, this brother is a singular noun. What? Singular noun. Because it's singular noun, and we have to take the singular verb, and that's the reason we have taken the singular verb plays. If it is written like this, my younger brothers, so what would be the verb? Play. My younger brothers play cricket, because the noun is plural. Right now I have written what? Singular noun. That's the reason I have written the singular verb plays. My younger brother plays cricket. Did you understand? So in this part we have seen that my younger brother is playing as a phrase of this sentence, and it is called the noun phrase. Got my point? Are yes or no? Very good. So now this part, my younger brother, act as a subject of this sentence. And previously we have seen that Ram eats rice. Ram was a single word. This word also a noun. But here most of the students are getting problem. That's the reason I would like to facilitate these ones, so the students can easily understand it, grab it, and grasp the important essence from that topic. Now my younger brother would be the subject of this sentence, and here in this subject, in this group of words, brother is noun, and the rest of the previous parts are adjective, or you can say the determiner. Okay, and in this part is known as the noun phrase. What? Noun phrase. Got my point? Third thing I want to say, my friend, that noun can also become, that means the what I have written, subject can also become the clause also. What? Clause also. How? You see, if I write what he said is true. Okay, next, what you did was wrong. I have written two sentences. First one is what he said is true. Second one, what you did was wrong. Now let me tell you, what he said is true. Here what he said is the subject of this sentence, and the rest of the part is called predicate. Here also what? This is the subject of this sentence, and the rest of the part is predicate. Okay, now what he said is true. What he said. Now if you ask this question to the verb, what is true? What is true? What he said. What did you get the answer? If I ask the question to this verb, what is true, we got the answer what he said. So what he said, we got the answer of what. So whenever you get the answer of what and who, always you can easily understand that we have found the subject of the sentence. So here you can see what he said, it's the clause. And why it is called clause? Because what is the definition of clause? Clause always contains subject and verb. Clause also have a group of words. Clause also what? Is a group of words which have subject and verb. So here you can see he is subject and said is verb, and it also give the reply of what, and because of this reason we can call it noun clause. What? Noun clause. What is true? What is said. Similarly, another sentence is written over here. What you did was wrong. What was wrong? If you ask the question to this verb, what was wrong, what the answer you got? What you did. So you got the answer of what? You got the answer of what? What was wrong? What you did. Whenever you get the answer of what and who, you will get the noun. Or noun can be a word, noun can be also a phrase, noun can be also a clause. So did you understand, my friend? So in this way you can easily find out the noun of a sentence. And definition cannot important, implementation, that means that uses are very important, functions are very important, identification are very important. But if you only learn the definition, it cannot help you to find out subject. So that was very important part. I thought that it should be discussed, because I have seen a lot of students, they have been facing a lot of problem and they could not understand how can they define subject of a sentence. That's the reason I have discussed this lesson today. Thank you for today. I hope that all of you understood this concept. So I hope that all of you understood, and if you like this video, please all of you subscribe my channel. Don't forget to subscribe my channel English Gurukul, and I will give you very powerful, very astounding, very good, great lesson to all of you. So let's grow at English Gurukul together. Thank you. Have a good day. Wish you all the best. Bye bye. Tata. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.